Welcome, everybody. Trading Topic Tuesdays, aka Traders Lounge. Today, we have Reed and Glenn here. If you
Aloha.
missed out last week, we went live and Reed showed us how to backtest. He gave us a nice crash course on backtesting your trading system through using not necessarily just by trader's view, but you can just gives you the whole idea on how to do it, how to perform it, what it's for, how to increase your performance by back testing, seeing what works, what doesn't, and then we also shared in conjunction of back testing is journaling. And today we're going to be diving in and mainly be talking about journaling. Why should we do it? Well, what is journaling? I thought journals were for elementary school composition books. You know what I mean? You put the nice stickers on top. but
Yeah.
but definitely it is recommended across the board. Real traders, a lot of traders, professionals, big hedge funds, they all document their trading in some shape or form. Anything you want to add to that, Reed?
Oh, yeah. Going off of what Glenn said last week, when off back testing. Back testing is kind of helps you find your edge or refine your edge. And the only way we know or learn from that is we have to document it, aka journal. So journaling, documenting, writing things down, either virtually through a Word document, Excel sheet, or physical notepad, as long as you're writing down your trades and why you took them are the like real two basic things. That's journaling, and you learn from that, and that's essentially what we're going to get into today, and what the basic categories of journaling you need in your journal, or that you need to document on every trade.
Yep.
So
And then
with that being said, yeah, go ahead, Glenn, go.
most importantly, where journaling fits in your entire trading life, like if you're a day trader, you're focused on the screen for a good part of the day. Of course, you don't want to be interrupted, and you're not going to pause to journal what you did before you go in and put in another order because you're going to miss a trade or whatever. So we'll teach you where to fit it in your workflow um, tonight.
Yep.
Cool. Should I share the screen or should we?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Before we begin, I want to implement how important journaling is. When I first got into trading, it took me 2 years to actually journal. Like, I would write down the trades I took, but it'd be messy, it wouldn't be filled, the details wouldn't be there. I would literally just say, I took euro dollar short.
Yeah.
I didn't explain why or how. And that's why it took me so long to actually get results that I needed to get and or see. And that's also the only way that you'll learn, you'll see growth in your trading. Remember, growth doesn't always necessarily mean making more percentage. Growth could also mean I'm taking more losses, or I'm taking better quality trades. And again, the only way we're going to know that as traders is if we journal it and we document, take note on every single trade we do. So Glenn, you're going to pull that up real quick, a
No,
template.
I like the way you're going. You're sharing your experience, and I thought I'd chime in and add to that.
Yeah.
I have next to me my trading journal. My first trade I've written down was April 26, 2017. You can see
Very nice.
there. And this was my trading journal. Okay. It had these little columns and it had notes. And I didn't know what I was doing there, but I documented what I was doing. And this
What
was
are your columns, Glenn?
Well, I mean, yeah, what I wrote down was the contract, the size, meaning size of your order, price, entry price, long or short, the direction, and then what mood I was in. And And
Why
so
why is mood important?
mood is important because you gotta really understand, if you have a good system that you know it has an edge, the next part of that system, a big part actually, is you executing the trade. And if you're not all in the right mindset, you will not follow your rules. You will break your rules, you will overtrade, you will extend your stop loss too big. You might actually move it down to allow you allow the trade to try to work. You'll force it. You'll be chasing losing trades, all kinds of stuff. So it's important to just take note of, the state of mind you were in that particular time when you submit that order. So therefore, later the whole idea, and we're gonna just continue on and dive into this. Um, you're gonna review it. You're gonna review it. You're gonna see, look at your mistakes, look at what you did great. Of course, you want to celebrate what you did well, your successes. Those are small wins, because small wins equal to will eventually lead to big wins.
Yep. Yeah, eventually get that big bag, right?
Get the bag, bro. Get the
Get the
bag.
bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, you're right.
That's
Uh when I first so I first journaled, I got so frustrated with losing, I actually deleted off like the first year because it was so inaccurate. I didn't learn anything from it. So
yeah.
like my it wasn't real journaling, in other words. And so out of my ego and frustration with myself, I deleted it, which I shouldn't have because I could have learned from it. And so I started again. And this time, I was with FXCM, it's a brokerage, and they actually lost the right to operate in the US due to what's called the Swiss peg pull. And you could Google that, it's everywhere. But they got shut down because so many accounts were liquidated in a matter of minutes, maybe even seconds. Wouldn't be surprised. But I tried to go back and pull that journal data, and that was zero. So I started in 2015, but the only document I have is February 2017. That's the first journal that I actually have. So if we get into it, I'll share my screen real quick just to show my 2017. Show the 1, 2, 3, 4,
Let's do it.
5. So if we look at here, this is my first official journal, even though I was kind of semi journaling before. It's no excuse. A friend of mine told me this. He said, if you consider yourself a trader, then you need a journal. And at the time, I wasn't journaling. So he's like, are you even a real trader? And that kind of hurt me. And I was like, hell yeah, I am. What are you talking about? I look at the charts every day. I place trades almost every single day. I'm placing trades every week. And he's like, okay, let me see your journal. And that it stopped me in my tracks because at the time, again, it's either I was embarrassed of my journal, which was just not enough information other than the pair. And so this is the evolution of my journal. This is the start in 2017. Um, and over the years, they have changed. I took away the entry to the 2021. I don't have this entry and this exit. And as a matter of fact, I actually had to go back and look at these trades because I didn't have any of this before. I
Hmm.
didn't have a lot. So I only had 6 categories before. And Glenn, you want to go over those 6 categories? I'll let you share your screen since
Yeah.
Glenn knows what's up. Glenn knows what's up.
Now you,
Let me fix
you,
let me fix this lighting real quick.
okay.
I'll let you take over real quick.
Okay, okay. So I created a nice visual for everyone to follow because I am a visual person. I like to see things. So journal your trading, we're gonna go off into that. I put this quote this is from the book Market Wizards, and one of the great people in there, Marty Schwartz. He is one of the great traders. He said, learn to take losses. The most important thing in making money is not letting your losses get out of hand. You know, keep it real. If you keep losing, you won't have any money to play in the game tomorrow. So journaling ties totally to that quote right there. Okay. So for those who may be already trading and don't have this discipline to journal, I myself, I'm not always like 100% spot on, okay? But journaling is part of my system, and it allows me to reflect. Um, and it allows me to confront the losses of, like, okay, if I had a junk trading week this week, and I look back on a Saturday and with a clear mind, clear conscience, and I look back at the trades and I pull up a chart and look at them, like, why did I get in? If that's not part of my rules, then I'll look at my journal, be like, oh, I was busy doing something at this time, but I still submitted an order. Then I'll go back to, like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be multitasking while trading. Takeaway, boom, write that down. Okay. What's holding you back? What's holding you back from trading? Is it just laziness? Is it lack of discipline? Are you scared to look at your broker statements? Does it just stay hidden? Hidden. They don't mail it anymore. So you don't have paper mail, you have email. And if you're like me, I get tens, 20 emails every day from all kinds of things, and it's easy to get buried. But I know that my broker statements is there, and I know that I have to pull them up and actually look at it. So I like to pull up the definition of things. So journal. The definition of journal: a record of experiences, ideas, or reflections kept regularly for private use, aka diary. Or another definition: a record of current transactions, especially a book of original entry and double entry bookkeeping. I like that one. And see, an account of day-to-day events. That's exactly what journaling is. And you can see how that ties in to trading. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just put 2 pointers kind of highlighting why journaling is important, right? You have to document your trades, whether you are in a live account or back testing, right? Because you want to get better, you want to find your edge, you want to expose your trading system flaws, right? And the point two, you want to review your trades to get better. Plain and simple, right? I mean, we kind of talked over this. Read, why do great athletes watch tape, right? Why do coaches watch film? Why do athletes and across the world, like, for example, if you guys are into Formula One, in between when they're qualifying, they'll pull into their pits and you'll see a TV screen being, or a monitor being lowered on while they're still in the car. And what that monitor is, it's film. It's right instant feedback. They get to see the lap time they just put out, and they could see from outside view on, okay, on that turn I messed up, I could fix that. And then what they do, once they watch it review, they go back out onto the track, and then they have it right then in their mind. Okay, this turn I gotta go do this. So it all goes, you gotta treat trading like a sport, right? Treat it like a business. We are the athletes, we are the performers, right? And kind of that's the approach, or the overall approach you want to use journaling for. You got anything to add to that, Reed?
Oh, I like that athlete uh, symbolism, or like,
Yeah.
what is it called, relationship. Because, for example, like NFL, I know there's people in the higher boxes, the play callers, like they're the play callers looking down, telling the coach like, hey, they are doing this formation. Remember, they did this formation in the first quarter. Let's combat that with this play. So I mean, that's essentially what we're doing. They're playing the tape. They're having live feedback. They're like, on first quarter, on the third down, they played this. They're gonna do this again on this quarter at this time, or we were identifying that right now at the live market or live play. And essentially, it's the same thing as traders. Like, we're going back, we're seeing, oh wait, this is the descending channel. I saw this back in 2017. It's happening again in this market. I could capitalize on this similar position or this similar pattern. So It's really great. Yeah, I mean, and you're only going to know that if you journal.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Back
have,
test, you could back test all day and maybe get it in your subconscious. Yeah, that's a good point. But to have it refining, you're looking at it every day through your journaling, through the images that you capture in your journal, and the way you describe it, it helps go even deeper into your subconscious.
yeah. Unless you're like a savant and have perfect memory, all right,
Yeah.
journal. We have no
Yeah, exactly. Maybe trading isn't for you if you're that. Like find something else, man. Nah, that's good though. That's good.
So we put together simple, practical categories that you guys can use to create your first journal if you haven't started. Okay. And it's good to be consistent, be organized in what some way so that when you do go back into reviewing your trades, it doesn't take tons of time. You don't have pieces of paper all over the place or certain screenshots in this folder, certain screenshots there. You want to be able to create some sort of hub, whether it be on Google Drive or whatever, your desktop, or you have a simple pen and paper notebook. Keep it all central in one place so that when you do go review, you actually can focus on the content in there rather than scrambling. Then you can't find all your stuff, so you give up and you make an excuse. You know what? I'm just gonna go beach, bruh. You know.
Yeah,
So um,
exactly.
we have six
Been
categories.
there.
Yeah, we do. Six categories. Pair, product, right? So depending on what market you're in forex, futures, crypto, whatever. Then you have direction, either long, short, or keep it simple. Date, right? You can put time, you can put date. Entry price, right? And then stop loss, because we encourage you to put a stop at every trade, right? And then
Yeah.
your result, you will fill that out um, at the end of the trade, whether you close that same day or the next day. If you're holding it over the weekend and you're doing your review, then you can just say, hey, it's still open, and it's that's what it is. So that's a simple way, right? And if you guys look in the Mighty Networks, I think we uploaded the template. Is it there?
Yes, it is on
Something easy
Oh
for
wait, but Hawaii Trading. It's on Hawaii Trading
on Holy Trade.
Academy. Mighty Networks. It's on the Mighty Network.
Okay, Mighty Networks, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So just to show, if do you have it up right now, so you can kind of show what
Yeah,
it.
I do. I have it in an Excel sheet open.
Boom.
So similar, yeah, similar to Glenn. Or this is exactly what you saw in the last picture or the last PDF file. Is it's the pair or product. You could put that product, right? Product. Oh, not bad. Trying to make it nice. There we go. So we got the pair product. This is the example month. So we could write June 2021. Direction, long or short. Direction of the position, long or short. The date position was taken. Again, you could go down like what day of the week you took, what time the entry took place, but at the same time, we're just going for the basics here. The way you journal is ultimately up to you, but these are the six categories that Glenn and I think is most paramount for any trader coming in the market that you need to at least have these up in your journal. So the date, the entry price, you need to know the entry price so you know at what point did you get into the market. Stop loss. So some journals, I know they don't actually put the stop loss. So Glenn and I highly emphasize every time you enter the market, you need to have a stop loss. You need to have that planned before you even enter the market, because essentially we're risk managers. We're here to save as much money as possible. And the more money we put in the market, the more liable we are to losing that money once it goes live. And to avoid from losing a tremendous amount, you want to keep it a stop loss. Glenn keeps it under 2%. I like to keep it under 1%. It just depends on your trading styles. I average 1%, but lately with the top step evaluation, it's been a little over. So it's under 2% like Glenn. But again, you want it under 2%. All the great books will tell you that. And then ultimately your result. It's like, what was your percentage result in trading? Not pips, not how many. Again, you can if you want. Hey, if it works for you, awesome. But the result, as in percentage, did you win or lose?
Yeah.
And from there, you could analyze. You could, and again, this is totally customizable to you.
Yep.
You could add notes at the end of one. You could add day you took. You could add all kinds of stuff, mood, and so forth and so on. And it's all up to you. I'm going to also refer to this top area here. So at the end of the month, when everything is said and done, and the month is history, you could add your tallies from the results here, total percentage. So let's just put 10%. 10% this month, total numbers of trade taken, took one trade, number of wins for the month. It was a win because we ended in the green. Number of losses was 0, and break even if you have break even, but you don't even need to put all this. It's just ultimately you want this section here. So it's, again, totally customizable, but this is very basic, very simple journal. You got anything to add?
Yeah, no. So I mean, that's really good. It's really good because the way I would interpret, the way I would use this, right? If that was populated for me. So I'm looking back at some old journals. This is the way I would work. I would take my trades. I'll go to like a Starbucks, right? Sit at the coffee shop because that way I can get focused.
Pre-COVID.
Yeah, that's right.
No.
I'll sit there and then and then I'll bring the journal and then I'll look. Okay, look, I got minus 13 ticks loss. I got a plus 48 pips on this trade, blah, blah, blah. And then I would go down each trade. I'll pull up the chart for that trade. That way, price already developed. And then I'll look. I'm like, okay, did my trading go according to my strategy, right? And then I'll go through each line, right, for the week. And from there, I would write, okay, like if I notice some sort of trend with me, right? Like for example, I would write it down. I'll be like, what's my takeaway this week? What's my takeaways? I would put, I wrote notes. I'd write notes. I'd be like, control your stop losses. I'd highlight in yellow or write it in red so that it stands out, right? Always look at bigger time frame. That was the one thing. I would be so tunnel vision into some smaller time frames, whether it be 5 minute, 15, half an hour, right? And I was using EMA lines before, and I wouldn't follow the EMA line. I would create my own perspective and create my own theory on why price would go this opposite of EMA, plain and simple, right? And I would highlight those things, and then I'm like, okay, and that'll be for 1 week. Those are my 3 takeaways. Then I'll go on to the trading week again, right? And then you start adding up these different reviews, and you might notice there's going to be the same takeaways, the same improvements that you need to do, So I wrote down EMAs were in downtrend. Now, for some reason, I went long. Breaking rules, impulsive trades, trade well. That I wrote that as my goal. Cut your losses, losing too much capital. These are just highlights from my weekly reviews. Don't move.
Sounds very similar to me.
Don't move stocks.
Trade better.
On the downs, like you're gonna have ups and downs in your trading career, and you're gonna have the shitty weeks. And I put shitty week of trading. Don't lose focus of goals. Find the motivations to learn from your mistakes. Focus, focus, focus. Time is on your side. So like, you gotta be your own little hype man sometimes. Um, but like you do that over a period, man. Like you can just see the growth after that. Um,
Yep.
you know, and it's not, I'm not saying like a journal is the number one thing that will make you a more profitable trader. It's a piece of the pie of being profitable. Because this is starting on my career in trading, and maybe that timing of getting in the market just coincided of a shitty cycle, a junk cycle where it's not trending or opportunities didn't really present itself. Maybe that was the reason. You can figure that out on, when you do a review, whether that be weekly, monthly, biannually, quarterly, or once a year,
Let
however
me
you
let
want.
me stop my share
Yeah.
so you could pull up yours.
Okay. Let me go back to my screen share. Boy, so we got the 6 categories. Reed showed you guys how it looks like, and it was pretty straightforward. You want to keep it simple. Keep it simple. And so the workflow, right? So now that you have some sort of category or way to set up your document, set up your journal, right? You want to document it. Then you want to perform a review, like I was mentioning. I did it weekly. And yes, it involves time. Yes, it involves work. You got to do it. You got to do it. There's no excuses,
If
right?
you gotta put
Quarterly.
in the work, you take
Yep.
it seriously.
Yeah, you can do it biannually. It all depends on, where you want to go in trading. If this is just going to be a side thing for you, and you don't see yourself putting in that much time or whatever it may be, then don't do it yearly, once a year. I don't know. Um, so third step, look for things to improve on, right? You want to consistently prove that your strategy is validated, that it works, there's an edge. You want to assess the overall market direction. It's a good way to go back to, if you're reviewing it, you have a clearer mind. You're not at during trading hours, right? And then you'd be like, okay, what is the market overall? Oh, it's bullish. Okay, cool. Have my trades been bullish? No, it's been down, bear. What am I doing?
Counter trend.
Counter
Counter
trend.
trend trading.
You want to look at your drawdown periods. Okay, you cannot not have drawdown periods. You will have drawdown periods, right, Reed? You will
Every
have,
trader will have a drawdown period.
plain and simple. It's like breathing. Everybody wants to inhale. Nobody wants to exhale.
And again, journaling will help you identify, okay, I can expect X amount of losses during a drawdown. So if you're at 5 losses and if you look back a year or two, you realize, oh, 5 losses is totally normal. But if you don't journal and you're like, oh my God, I have 5 losses. Now I'm freaking out. Maybe I got to change my strategy. Maybe that's actually part of your strategy is to experience that 5 losses. And you'll only know when you journal.
That's good. That's good.
Same with winning streaks. Your losing streaks go for the same as winning streaks. My winning streaks go 4 trades, but I bank 20% on those 4 trades. So knowing that gives you a sense of confidence.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Like winning streaks. I mean, for me too, like what it did for me, like if I was winning, I'm like, I don't need journal anymore.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
got it.
need
I'm
it.
good. I'm
I
a
got it
professional
already. I
trader.
got it.
No need
You
ready.
get plowed. The market gonna come humble you.
Humble you.
Done. It's
Yep.
not open up that dust off that book, you know.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. So things to improve on while you're journaling. And then number 4, approach your market live or back test. So you're gonna refine, repeat, get better, gain confidence. And it doesn't happen overnight. This is a long-term game. of course, and just think about all the hours that athletes put in the gym, practice before, up in the morning, even after a game. So, like if you want to perform to the high caliber, expect to put in work like this, just because it's the,
Kobe.
yeah. So just because it's the weekend, don't mean your trading uh account is good. It's on cruise control. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much what we got for you guys. Add anything to that if we missed something, Reed?
Oh no, that was good. I was saying Kobe because Kobe, like the basketball player, Kobe Bryant, he put in the work. They always and The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he said, be the hardest worker in the room. And that's how you become successful in anything you do. And part of doing the work with journaling, you'll see traders on social media be like, put in the work, gotta put in the work. What does that even mean? This is what they mean. They mean journal, go back, review, back test, journal, review, and like look at your live market. And so it's just, that's what people mean by put in the work, journal, because it's not hard, but it's not easy to maintain it. It's the consistency that's really hard, and that's again putting in the work. Putting in the work could also mean reading books, also. So, I mean, that's just one type of method of putting in the work. So, yeah,
No, absolutely.
journaling's important.
Like this topic right here is not sexy about trading. People
Yeah,
when they think trading, they think Wall Street, Lamborghinis, vacation, beach, Rolex, the big watches, whatever, man.
but
Like,
even those guys, they get performance reviews. And what do you think those performance reviews are? They're essentially the documented trades. They're the documented journal. They're the statements. Your
absolutely.
journal is your own personal statement.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, a brokerage will give you a lot of details of your statement, but and it actually may even give you a tiny, tiny, finite details that you didn't even think that you wanted or needed. But I know it won't tell you one thing that only a journal can tell you, and that's what Glenn covered. It's your mood, it's your mindset. What are you thinking? How was your day before this? How was your week? Was it a rough week at work? Was it a rough week with the family? Oh man, I went uh, to the Hamptons with my family, and it was really stressful. Therefore, I had a bunch of losses because
Yeah.
of the family stresses. That's one thing why we emphasize journaling, because only you can know how you journal. Glenn could tell me the trades he takes all the time. I could write it down for him,
Yeah.
but only he can identify what he was thinking, what he was feeling. Was he a little sketch about entering this market, but he wanted to anyway? Is that a FOMO? Is it greed? Again, only you will know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And it goes back to like look at this journaling as a way of creating your own mentor. you know?
oh, amen. Yeah.
Yeah.
You are your best mentor, really. Like, people are always searching. People are always looking for other people, but your best mentor really is you and your journaling. Like, all the great traders say that. All the greats, Van Tharp, like Mike Schwartz, like all the market wizards, their best, they get mentored. Absolutely. Every great mentor gets mentored, but in the end, the changes, it sounds cliche, comes from within though. It comes from you. You know what I mean? That's journaling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people don't even own mirrors, man.
They're too scared, bro. Don't
Don't.
confront it. For any new trader coming in, confront it now. Confront your ego now. Confront your fears now. Confront your greed now, because that'll save you, one, money, but two, time. It doesn't have to take you 7, 8, 10 years to become a successful trader. You know,
Ooh,
so
ego, bro. Just that ego thing. If journaling can solve your ego issue, it's well worth it.
it, You don't even need to become a successful trader, but you could identify your ego and make changes to yourself. You be a better human.
Yeah,
Journaling will help you become a better human. End statement.
absolutely. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, yeah, like it's something that anyone can start. It doesn't cost any money. It does take time, but they always say, success is kind of like compounded work effort, right? Work ethic. You compound it. Same with journaling, you compound it, right? You get ingrained, start changing your improving yourself for the better. Start catching yourself, being aware when you're doing bad habits or beginning to, right? Especially when it comes to creating a trade in order, impulse moves, right? All FOMO, right? Trading will check you, all those, and pause you and be like, you know what? Okay, last time I did that, I remember I wrote in my journal, don't be an idiot.
Yeah. Right.
So that's ultimately where it plays, where it comes in, and where it's gonna show improvements for you in your trading career. Um, and hopefully this topic was valuable to you.
Yeah, like Glenn said, I really hope you guys found value in this. Journaling is easy, but it's not. And just like trading, it's easy, but it's not. And we have to confront the biggest enemy, which is ourselves. Once we do that, we'll be every day, we'll get better little by little, and that's through journaling. So
Boom,
hope you
guys.
guys learn and grow. Yeah.
This is some legit real trading stuff. It's not the fire you up on Instagram, get the bag talk.
Yeah, get the bag. You want to make millions? Hey, I'll be real. This is the way you make millions. Journal, bruh. Everyone, man, sir, lady,
Yes.
boy, girl.
Yeah.
Journal, document, take notes.
Plain and simple, man. Keep it real. And people think success is so complicated. Damn, it's simple, man. It's simple. Look at the guys who's doing it out there. They keep it simple.
It's simple, stupid. That's what that's the
Kiss.
saying.
Keep it
Yep,
simple.
there you go.
Sweet.
Keep it simple, silly.
Cool. I think we'll close it down. Join in next week, guys. We're gonna be doing another Tuesday live. Trader topic talk.
Trader topic talk.
Good.
Looking forward to it, man.
Yeah.
Shoots off. Trade safe. Have a good one.
Shoots.